We are making fossil casts here at the Royal Tyrrell Museum. It's all part of one of their summer programs that they've got here. And I have science educator Lena Bremen joining me now. What summer program is fossil casts part of?
It's actually part of a program we call it fossil casting.
Imagine that. Okay.
That's so simple. We do this all year round for students, and in the summer we offer it daily. So what we're doing is we're mixing up a little bit of dental plaster and water.
Okay, so this is the dental plaster here. All right.
And we're stirring it so it's nice and thick, about as thick as a milkshake. And what we're going to do, how's yours going?
It looks a little bit thinner than yours.
Well, just stir it, it's fine.
Okay.
And we have molds that we have made from the real fossils. And are you ready?
So this is an example of a real fossil.
What we've done is we've taken the real fossil and put it in plasticine, and we actually use liquid rubber latex to make this mold. So it would be sitting over there, and once it's set, we pull it off, and we have made a mold, and we're using those molds to make an exact replica.
So now, how do bones become fossilized?
Well, one of the key things that they need to do is they need to be buried fairly quickly after death. Okay, or else they get scavenged, they break down quite easily. And minerals in the groundwater will percolate through the layers of sediments and fill up all the pore spaces inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why do you create casts of the bones?
A number of reasons. One is because it's a popular program. People like making their own souvenirs, but there's certain displays that cannot use the real fossils for various reasons. Sometimes, if you take a look over here, you know what we're going to do before that? Is we're going to pour these into the mold.
Sure, no problem.
Let's scrape these into the mold.
Okay, so
There
just
we go.
pour the entire thing in?
Pour it in, just like you got some soft ice cream going on there. Okay.
Okay.
And once again, don't worry about that. I just want you to tap it. And we'll just tap here. And what that does is it spreads it into all the little nooks and crannies and lifts up the air bubbles.
Okay.
It's okay if you overflow. There you got tablecloths.
Okay.
There you go.
And then how long would you leave this sit for?
15, 20 minutes, depending on how thick it is.
Okay.
Right now, it'll be set in about 10 minutes.
And so now you've got a finished one to the right here.
I sure do.
So then what would the process be once it's hardened?
Go ahead, take that.
Ooh.
All right, and I will take mine. And I just want you to pull the mold away from the cast. Just like that. You can hear it sort of pop a little bit. Then turn it over and just pop it out.
Voila.
Yeah, look at that. So I have made a Troodon claw, which is one of the very highly intelligent dinosaurs, walks on 2 legs. These are both called theropods. This is actually a T-Rex tooth. Yeah. So yeah, if you take a look at it, can you see the serrations?
So they do have serrated edges.
They have serrated edges, just like steak knives.
Did every type of dinosaur that had teeth have serrated edges?
Only the meat eaters.
Okay.
Only the meat eaters. So they had serrated edges just like sharks do today. And if you take a look, you can see the serrations there.
So you were talking about why some of the displays are using casts.
Absolutely. This one here is completely made up of cast. Casts are lighter. Okay, and if you break a cast, you can make another one. So go ahead.
This is the real one.
All right. That one there is one piece of one bone. It's the top part of a femur. Go ahead, keep holding it. Of a duck-billed dinosaur. And I measured that, and it weighs somewhere between a coyote and a beaver in weight.
Okay.
So getting pretty close to about, what, 50 pounds or so?
Oh, easily.
Okay,
Yep,
yes.
I'm going to go ahead and put it down. So
There
when
you
you're
go.
walking through the museum and you see those massive displays of the bones hanging, many of them are actually casts.
Well, the ones that are freestanding are generally casts. Okay. Take a look at this one over here. That one is also poised up there. And what they've done here is they've used a lot of metal to hold up the actual fossil on there. So this is considered a complete skeleton, even though it's missing a lot of parts, but they don't want to drill into the actual fossils themselves.
Okay.
The head, the skull, is a cast, but the real one's down there. It's a little bit too heavy and too precious to put up.
Perfect.
All right.
If you head to the Travel Alberta website, you can look at a full list of all of the different things to do in the province. But when you're coming here to the Royal Tyrrell Museum, make sure you register ahead for the summer
We highly
programs,
recommend it.
because they certainly do fill up fast. Shall we get back to our casting?
All right.
Let's do it.
Well, we're doing pretty good here. Now, you